Well, human trafficking is a very serious issue in modern-day America because it is modern-day slavery.
And this type of crime takes many forms, but has a reoccurring theme.
Human trafficking is when you manipulate somebody, you purchase them, you sell them, you threaten them into commercial sex or forced labor.
This doesn't just affect big cities, the problem is closer to home than you may think.
But you see it in Flint in different ways and in Genesee County in different ways. It's individuals who are down on their luck, who really have nowhere else to turn, who become exploited and are forced to go out onto various roadways and prostitute themselves.
But it is only now that we are changing the way we look at the victims.
It's been with us forever, but we're actually focused on doing something about it now, and that is establish the commission, decriminalize the actual victim of human trafficking, provide the services that are so badly needed.
Teresa Flores, raised in Flushing, experienced all of these horrors firsthand when she was blackmailed into human trafficking as a teenager and didn't even know it.
8 years ago, I went to a conference just like this, and I had no idea that what happened to me was human trafficking. And when I learned about it, it all came crashing in, and it was like, wow, this is what it was called.
Kids in her school took control and forced her to have sex with strangers whenever they wanted.
Traffickers are really good at being manipulative, at convincing people that this is their idea or that they agreed to it. Again, whether it's labor or sex trafficking.
It happens slowly, and it's how they find that one thing that you're vulnerable.
Threats are often made to victims, making them afraid to tell someone what is happening.
A lot of people say, why didn't you just walk away? Why didn't you just say no or tell your parents? But you have to remember, first of all, I was a kid and I was scared. I was terrified. They were hurting me physically and they said they would kill my brothers, and I believed them.
Spotting the warning signs on someone else can also be very difficult.
If somebody comes into a doctor's office and when they're giving their initial information, they're relying on another person for all their information. When they don't know personal information that they ought to know, that's a telltale sign right there that they're being forced to be in the doctor's office, that they don't really know their own identity because it's been snatched away from them.
Many times victims won't have their own identification. They act fearful when asked a personal question and show signs of physical or psychological abuse.
Initially, oftentimes people don't realize that they're being victimized. By time they're out of it, or if they're able to get out of it, there can be some confusion, there can be some guilt, there can be depression. Sometimes people experience post-traumatic stress disorder. So those kind of things can linger for a long time.
If you are a victim, there are people who can help. Call 1-888-373-7888 to reach the National Human Trafficking Hotline to make an anonymous report or find help near you. Or you can text HELP or info to be free. If you notice someone who may need help, speak up. You could save their life.
The most important thing they should do is call the police. The police are trained and know what to do, but even telling a teacher, telling a guidance counselor, telling the assistant principal or the principal, everything that you do can help communicate that the issue is there and that we need to focus on identifying those individuals who are the victims.
And experts believe that changing laws and knowing the signs can help put an end to trafficking.
Look out for these things. You'll be helping somebody maybe escape a lifetime of misery. Then you're doing a great public service.